Hey guys, it's Shayla here. If you read the video title, today I'm going to be talking about K-pop. And if you don't know what K-pop is, it's basically short for Korean pop music. I've been starting to listen to K-pop, and a lot of my friends and a lot of people are calling me trash. So this video is basically about me, about the artists that I like to listen to and my newfound love for K-pop, and basically me being trash for liking K-pop music. I got interested into listening to K-pop because of this boy band BTS, who is a K-pop group. They got super popular here in America after they were nominated for a Billboard Awards. I knew about BTS way before the Billboard Awards. It was 2 years ago. And if you're a stan or anything, or you're in a fandom on Twitter, all of a sudden 2 years ago you saw a whole bunch of K-pop stans on your TL, and you're just kind of what the hell is this? That was me. I have a One Direction account on Twitter, and all of a sudden I see people talking about K-pop and BTS on my TL, and I'm just kind of oh, if you don't know what TL is, it's timeline. But I'm just kind of okay, this is okay. I don't know where this came from, but all right. And for me, I love Japanese culture, so for me, I was just kind of you know what, J-pop is better. There's no way I'm not even gonna get on that stupid bandwagon of listening to K-pop. That's not gonna be me. That was me for a while, and then when BTS was nominated for a Billboard Award, and I kind of got interested. I was you know what, let me just give these guys a chance, right? After the Billboard Awards, I started listening to some of their songs, and okay, first of all, I listened to Not Today, and I could not take that song seriously at all. I thought it was so funny because oh, Not Today, it's actually been I've been listening to it a lot lately, and it's been become my bop, and I'm oh my god, I love this song. I'm always jamming out to it. I'll be washing the dishes or cleaning something or whatever, and I'll just start jamming out to Not Today, because that's my song right now. I really like their song Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That was another one that I really liked. But I mean, I wasn't really into them. I was just kind of I like your music, but that's as far as I can go, because for me, I've been in love with One Direction for 5 years, and I got myself involved with One Direction. That's a once in a lifetime for me. They are the only band that I went insane over. It was so bad. I was so bad. If you talked to me in 2012, a person would start talking about One Direction, I would just start screaming in your face, because I loved them so much. It was so bad. I just can't put myself in that position again. Not because I don't want to, it's more with One D, that was just that was a once in a lifetime. So my favorite, I guess my bias of BTS would be Namjoon. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, aka Rat Monster. I don't know, I don't feel into them. Now, the first actual group that I liked from K-pop was GOT7, and it wasn't even about the music. It was just because their personalities. Okay, it reminded me of the days that I used to sit down and watch One Direction funny moments, and I was what did I do? I think the first thing that I watched. Oh. This is how I learned about GOT7. I learned about GOT7 because I was watching this popular YouTube account. It was Korean music and Black women. And there's this video of him grabbing onto a person's hand, and the way he was dressed, I was this guy looks ghetto. And it turns out that the guy's name was Jackson. I was he looks like he's trying to be ghetto so bad. And because of that, I literally had to research I think I looked up Jackson GOT7 first, right? And it led me to this funny moments montage, and this kid is just I don't know, like, I have this thing for cute guys who are, like, really stupid. Not, like, stupid as an intellectual, but, like, as in, like, they have such a great, like, funny sense of humor. And that was just Jackson. Like, he is, if Extra was a person, that would be him. And then I started getting, like, interested because I was like, okay, like, this Jackson Wang person, like, why is he like this? And then I started, like, the first song that I listened to in GOT7 was Never Ever. And that, first of all, let me just, like, pause for a second. Like, K-pop artists go so hard in their music videos. Like, their, like, cinematography when it comes to, like, music videos is, like, it is so good. It is, like, it just needs, like, an award at the VMAs, like, best K-pop, like, music video. It just needs its own category. It is so, like, what? Like, it, like, literally, they try more than our American artists, because, like, literally, like, you can be, like, in a bar with some strippers, and, like, that's it. That's our music video. And then they're just, like, on a mountaintop, like, extravagant, like, area. And, going back to GOT7, so I listened to the song Never Ever. That's my jam. That is my jam. But, literally, when I was listening to it, like, when Jackson started, I didn't even know he was the rapper of the group. Like, I just knew he was a part of it. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, Jackson shows up, and he's just rapping, and I'm like, why is his voice so deep? Like, his voice is not like that whatsoever. Like, and I was shook. I was so shook. I was, like, sitting there, I was like, what? I love GOT7. I actually started, like looking at all their funny moments. I didn't even start looking at their songs, like, after Never Ever. I started looking at the funny moments, because I was just kind of like, this group is so interesting. And they are just, like, what? It's like one of those things where, like, they're honestly just a group of comedians that so happen to do amazing visuals, amazing rapping skills, and they can just dance. Like, but they're so funny and dumb. And I don't know, like I said before, like, I have a thing for, like, cute guys who are stupid. So I recommend, if you're going to, like, start, like, putting yourself into the K-pop trash, like, lifestyle, go and watch GOT7. So basically, the members are Jackson, JB, Mark, Yuh-Jay, Jin Young, Bam Bam, and Yuh-Jay. And, okay, so my favorites are basically Jackson. Jackson's, like, my ultimate bias. Mark, and Bam Bam. Even though Jackson is my bias, he did kind of piss me off, like, this one incident. And I don't know if you guys heard about it. It was when he, like, wore dreadlocks for the Pepsi, like, ad or whatever. And let's just give a shout out to Pepsi for being very problematic this year. But anyway, what he did was that he wore, like, dreadlocks in the ad, and I think people were commenting on one of his pictures that wasn't, like, Pepsi related. So they're just kind of like, hey, we saw the ad, like, we just want to say that that was cultural appropriation, and, like, try to educate him. And the first thing that he responds is, LOL, that's ridiculous. If someone is calling you out for cultural appropriation, the first thing that you just don't do is brush it off and say, oh, that's ridiculous, because that makes matters even worse. And then he continued to, like, bury himself into a hole as he started to, like, replying to the comments on Instagram. I don't think I'm the only one doing this, and if people are going fingers at this, so be it. Haters gonna hate. I have all respect and love for all race, but if you think this whole thing is disrespecting or mocking a race, I'm really sorry, but you're on the wrong page. See, this is what you're not gonna do. You're not going to say that we are haters, because that's not what's happening right now. We are actually trying to, like, inform you that, you know, what you did was kind of cultural appropriation. The thing is, like, I just got here. I just got into I GOT7. So, like, I'm on vacation in Jamaica, and I'm seeing, like, of all places, I see that he is appropriating dreadlocks, and I'm just kind of like, you gotta be, like, kidding me. You're my bias, and then you're gonna be problematic. After a while, it wasn't even his actions, like, him, like, wearing dreadlocks. It's, like, what he said to defend himself was just like, everybody got so mad about it, and I was just like, I was so disappointed, because I was just kind of like, listen, I just got here, okay, like, I just started being a fan, and you're just gonna act all like problematic. Like, I do not appreciate this. I feel attacked. And then he later on commented, after everybody just like started like snatching his edges and saying like, listen, like, this is not okay. I made this decision because I was too in love with the culture, no matter if it's music-wise, people, background, or anything. I truly respect it with all my heart. It was a complete misunderstanding. And then after that, he just shut his mouth, because I'm pretty sure one of his PR agents probably told him to just like, don't say anything more, because you were literally just burying yourself deeper and deeper. That was like 3 weeks ago, and he has not apologized yet. Anyway, I mean, he messed up. My favorite is problematic. I still like him. I still think he's cute. I still think he's funny. But he was ignorant in that moment. I started listening to Jay Park, and oh my god. Wow. If you don't know who Jay Park is, he's basically like the Chris Brown of Asia. And I recommend that you go and listen to his song Aquaman. Well, I heard about Jay Park for a while, and I heard about how he was like thirsty for like black girls and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, that's not me. Like, I don't need that in my life right now. Like, it's whatever. And like, I started to listen to him this year, and what was the first song? It was on my Pandora, right? I was like, it was on the BTS radio on Pandora, and it was like the song Be Like Ya, and I was like, what? This is great. What a bop. Oh my god. And then I started listening to his other songs, like All I Wanna Do, which he basically like made like a massive shout out to Tinashe. And then people were saying like, oh, listen to Aquaman in like his YouTube comments, and I was like, well, okay. And that song, I'm not even gonna say anything, because I think you guys should just go ahead and go and watch it and just like check it out for yourself. The girl group that I'm like only interested in, because I tried to like get into Twice, but I don't even think they're talented, so I was like, I don't like Twice, like, bye. But I love BlackPink. They are so dope. Like, I love Lisa. Like, Lisa is my bias. Boombayah is like, I jam out to Boombayah like all the time. And then they just released their new song, As If It's Your Last. I love Lisa's rap in that song, like, As If It's Your Last. Ace. So I think that's it. And I know that's like not a lot either. So like, the artists that like hardcore like listen to, BTS, Jay Park. Even though Jay Park's not really K-pop, it's more like K-hip-hop and like K like R&B. BlackPink and GOT7, my homies. I have listened to Big Bang. Got scared because the one music video, it was Bang Bang Bang, and I was not mentally prepared to see that. I was just like, what? And then I'm trying to get involved to Monster X, and by the way, like, I'm like tiptoeing into like becoming K-pop trash. Like, I'm not diving into it, because like, that's not, I can't do that anymore. I did that with like Japanese like culture. Like, I think I was just a huge weeaboo. Like, I was just trash. Like, I stayed up to watch anime all the time. I just love J-pop, and I just want to take my time with this, with K-pop, because I just can't. Comment down below, like, any, like, K-pop artists that I should listen to, or any, like, K-pop songs that I should listen to, or anything. Also, I've been trying to, like, watch any K-dramas, but which one is the best K-drama? I must know. If you think that whatever K-drama that you watch is the best, please comment that down below. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!